What's up, my gorgeous geeks? It's Cash in here with a brand new video, and today, oh my gosh, I have such a video for you guys. My 100th video special. Oh my goodness. So, to those of you who don't know, I announced this 6 months ago. I had said once I hit 100 videos, I would go ahead and do a 100th video special, and I would do a Q&A for that. Now, 6 months later, it's finally happened, and I'm here to present to you my 100th video special. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and let's begin.
Go tell Aunt Rhody. Go tell Aunt Rhody that everybody's dead.
Alright, so I asked you guys to give me 3 questions to answer. And the first group of questions comes from Fraser, who asked, "Why are you such a weeaboo?" So thank you. Not really. If you don't know, weeaboo is a really dirty word and it's insulting to a lot of people. And when people ask me how I react to people calling me a weeaboo, I tell them I really don't give a shit. That's one of the things that I don't have time to deal with. You know, there's like 8 other crappy things happening. I don't have time to worry about one dude calling me a weeaboo. But I don't know. I watched anime and I play games. That's the best answer I've got. I really don't know. What got you into YouTube? So this is a question that comes up a lot and a lot of private messages, and it's a question that I've been wanting to answer for a while, so I'm gonna try and answer it the best I can here. I started YouTube because growing up as the generation of the internet, the generation that the internet really started to develop, and growing up into that, you would think I would have all the friends in the world to get into this sort of thing with, but unfortunately that wasn't the case for me. I grew up alone when it came to enjoying my hobbies and having friends who enjoyed those hobbies. It wasn't until maybe late high school that I started meeting people who would become friends of mine to this very day who enjoy the same kind of thing I do. Before that, I just kind of stuck to myself, and I had to keep my fandoms closed off because nobody gave a shit about, you know, Dragon Ball Z, or, you know, the next anime to come out, or the next game that excited me, and no one gave a crap. In fact, as someone who lived in the South for so long who didn't really fit in, it became really problematic for me later on. And so that's kind of why I started YouTube, was so that way those who are out there watching videos can see someone like me and go, oh my god, there's someone who gets it. There's someone who actually gets why I'm so passionate about this thing. And you have a friend within me that you can talk to about this sort of thing.
You got a friend in me.
Come on, let's wrangle up the car.
When the road looks rough ahead and your miles and miles till your legs warm in.
That's why I started YouTube, was to be that person, that those kids out there today who are looking for friends to enjoy the same kind of content that they enjoy. I'm trying to reach out to them and give them what I was not given. And that's the best answer I have right now. It's really hard because there's a lot of reasons, but that was the primary drive. What got you into anime? So I've been watching anime on and off all throughout my life, but what really got me into anime the most was Dragon Ball Z. This was about early 2000s. I just moved to Georgia. I had no friends, so I would just wait on Saturdays, and with a bowl of cereal, I would watch Dragon Ball Z, and then right after Dragon Ball Z would come on, you would have Cowboy Bebop, and you also had Sailor Moon and Pokemon. So I started watching a lot based off of Toonami, but then also early morning specials of what had transpired Friday nights, because for some reason Toonami was weird with the channels that I watched, because I didn't have your hardcore super expensive stuff. I had really ghetto channels to watch, so I just got to watch a lot of those shows, and it just got me inspired to do it. And then later on, I would date girls who were super into anime, who you would consider a weeaboo, like a real life weeaboo. And those were the people who really solidified that as something that I would later on make a YouTube channel about. Next group of questions comes from GameAssistD. What is your favorite anime? So this is a really hard question. It's really hard. What's your favorite anime, GameAssist? It's really hard when you judge anime to say what your favorite is. But I would say right now my all-time favorite would be Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, そんな目で見つめないでよ。興奮しちゃうじゃないか。
Hunter x Hunter is a really good show. I enjoy it a lot. There are faults to it, which one day I might get to, but it would either be Hunter x Hunter, Cashin Sins, or Ergo Proxy. Those would be the three shows I would say are my favorite. And then he asked me, this is a really interesting question. If you could be an anime character, who would it be? Oh god. I would have to go Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter.
興奮しちゃうじゃないか。
I really would. Like, he's amazing. And one thing I don't really show to you guys much is that I love those anti-heroes, the guys who are definitely antagonistic, but they're not evil per se. And to me, Hisoka is one of those characters. He's not really evil. He's just not good either. And all he cares about is fighting. To me, he's the equivalent of Goku. Just he's willing to go a little bit further than Goku will. But yeah, it would be Hisoka. And if it wasn't Hisoka, I would say it would be Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. Now, the next question is, what's your most favorite anime game? See, as of this recording, I'm just starting to play Tales of Berseria. And that's up there for me. But that's not actually it. I would say it either comes down to anything Final Fantasy related or White Knight Chronicles. White Knight Chronicles was one of those games that I played for the very first time and I was like, holy crap, you're going to add mechs and fantasy together and call it a day. I'm totally into all that, and it was probably a really good indicator of where I would be later in life. And if it wasn't for that, I would say Persona and Danganronpa. I can't give you one solid one that I would say was my all-time favorite, but I would say those are the highlights. Those are the ones that mean the most to me. So then we have Alpha TV asking the same question that Fraser did, what got you into anime? So I talked about a little bit of it with Fraser's question, and I'm going to go through a little bit more in-depth talk about this for Alpha, that way I'm not ignoring the question. So I talked about my life before, you know, and why I watched anime in the first place, and now I'm going to talk about more deeper of my adult life. What got me into anime in terms of the poll is that anime is that one media where everything is no holds bar, no censorship required. You could do what you want and get away with it, basically, because there's a sense of disbelief with anime that you get versus live action. You could do a lot more with anime than you can with live action, and although you will be censored, as we've seen with Tokyo Ghoul, the thing about anime is that you could go a lot further and get in less trouble for it. Now, these days with the social justice warriors, it's really hard now for anime to go where it used to go, but at the same time, anime is able to take that step that no other media is allowed to, and that's because it's all cartoon based, all animation based, so you can take that and do whatever you want with it, and you're gonna be able to get a lot further in terms of the hate that you'll get. And then we have our last group of questions from Duncan for Donuts, and he asked, how old am I? As of this recording, I am 25 years of age, and of this year, I will be 26 on my birthday. And then the next question he asked is what my favorite movie is. Ooh, oh no. You asked the big question, D for D. Geez, that's a really hard one. I think I would have to go with Rocky Horror Picture Show. Believe it or not, my parents raised me off of that. If you want to know my childhood and how I was raised, all you have to do is watch Rocky Horror Picture Show, and that will give you an idea of what my childhood was like. If I'm being completely honest. My family, if you were to see us, we are like the Addams family of the world, just with how different we are and how pushed away from society we are from everybody else. And then he asks me what my favorite color is, and different from popular belief, it's actually not black or red anymore. I know I use a lot of that in my color scheme when I'm doing videos. That's just because that is the theme of Cash and Sins I'm going for. I like really bright neon colors. Those have always been my favorites. So your blues, your pinks, your reds, your greens. Ooh, definitely neon green. Neon green and neon blues really get me. Those are the really awesome ones that really like draw my eyes to whatever I'm looking at. What I don't like are combinations that are promotional. So for a good example, Mickey D's or McDonald's, they do their red and yellow, and that hurts my eyes. I don't like seeing really bright colors like that because there's not enough contrast for me, so it just ends up hurting my eyes like that. But like a nice bright neon color will definitely brighten up my day. Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. That's all I had for the 100th video special. But until the next one at 200 videos, if you are not a gorgeous geek, go ahead and subscribe up above. And if you're an existing gorgeous geek but would like to make sure you actually get to see my videos, as many of you have told me that you're not able to find my videos, make sure you ring that bell and get the notifications that you want to see. Until next time guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Katrin. Stay excellent to each other.
I'm glad you came.